This is why I'm so thankful for you guys for supporting me so that I can do YouTube now, and it just makes me so incredibly happy. Like, I wake up every day and I'm just so excited to make more videos. Like, you don't even know like how much this means to me. Hey you guys, it's the Gaming Mermaid and welcome to my channel. So today I am going to be doing a Q&A for reaching 50,000 subscribers, and I am just in disbelief. I cannot believe it, and it makes me so happy. So I wanted to do this to basically thank you guys and answer your questions. So to preface this, I just want to say that I'm not here to focus solely on numbers, and I don't never want to be like, oh, I only need to reach 746 subscribers to reach this number of subscribers. Like, that's not the point of this. The point is that I just feel so incredibly blessed and lucky to have been able to grow such an amazing audience, and it just makes me so happy. And the fact that you guys support me so much, I hope that in some way I can make you guys happy in return for making me so happy. So that brings me to my first question, which is by Mimi, and she asks, what do you think is the most important thing to remember as you rise in popularity on YouTube? And I wouldn't consider myself popular, but I do think that it's very important to remember that subscriber number is meaningless. It's not like the end all be all, and I really bothers me. Like, it's one of my biggest pet peeves is when people treat people as a number, and I never ever want to do that to you guys. I want to give you that respect that you deserve and treat you as human beings and individuals, and that's why I don't want to call my subscribers a specific name or anything, because I don't want to put myself like on this pedestal or whatever. Like, we're all the same, we're all friends, and I want to be able to call you by your name as your actual name. But I do think that it's really amazing to have grown such an amazing community, and that's why I think it's important to just remember that those people that subscribe to you are actual human beings and not just a number. So I basically ask questions on Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, and YouTube, so I'm gonna be, doing all kinds of stuff. But the next one is also from Twitter, and this is from SimmerPlayer, and she asked, what inspired you to begin making YouTube videos? So if you guys aren't aware, I actually started a few years ago. Actually, no, I started making YouTube videos like in 2007, but like it wasn't anything serious, it was like random stuff. But seriously, when I started a serious channel was actually not this channel. It was youtube.com/LittleMermaidArielle, and I tried to do like all kinds of beauty stuff, but it wasn't really like 100% me, and it felt kind of forced. So I did end up stopping that, and then I started this channel, which is Gaming Mermaid, and this is like my true passion. So I definitely am a lot more excited to make videos on this channel, and I still am. Like, every day I wake up and I'm just so happy. But what inspired me to start is I've always been very shy and quiet for most of my life. And I was obsessed. I was always like obsessed with YouTube. And I remember seeing like my favorite YouTubers when they first started, and they were also very shy and quiet. That might have been like being camera shy and not necessarily like their real life, but to me, that's how I perceived it. Like, they started out really shy and quiet, and to grow where they are today, where they're super outgoing and happy, and I wanted to be happy too. So I decided to start because I figured it could be a good way to break out of my shell and to talk more. So that's why I started. So the next question on Twitter is by Cookie Kids, and they ask, who is your favorite YouTuber? For me, my favorite YouTuber of all time is Dashie XP, Dashie Games, like everything Dashie. Like, I literally watch every single one of his videos. If you can't tell, I'm obsessed. So the reason why is because his videos just really like helped me out in a time when I was really miserable. I used to be like a cashier at a really busy supermarket, by the way, and it was just, every single day I would be treated horribly, basically like made fun of, been bullied, and just like basically treated like a complete idiot. just because I was a cashier and, you know, we had horrible, really nasty customers, and you still have to have a smile and be happy, and yeah, it was very miserable. And during my breaks, I would go and like go on my phone and go on YouTube and watch his videos, and that was like 15 minutes of like happiness for the day for me. So he definitely really helped me out during that time. So yeah, he's definitely my favorite. The next one is on YouTube, and this is by Tom MC Plays, and he asked, do you have a job outside YouTube, and if so, what is it and how did you get it? So I did have a job outside of YouTube. I've had like a couple jobs outside of YouTube. My first job was at a water park, and I was like an airbrush tattoo artist, and I did that for like, I don't know, 5 or 6 years, and I became manager, and that's when it started not being as fun because I was doing less of like the airbrushing and I was doing more of like paperwork and filing and reports and things like that, so it wasn't as fun anymore. But they went out of business, so I had to go and find another job. So I applied to be a cashier, as I said before, and at the same time I was also a housekeeper. So when I started, I was a housekeeper, and that was just horrible. I basically did like all the work, and you have to do like all the cleaning and the heavy lifting and like all of this, you know, stupid stuff. And then I also started the other job, which was cashiering. Actually, no, before I started at that supermarket, I was in the bakery. So that wasn't fun either because I thought, oh, I'm gonna be baking cakes. No. Basically they only put me on the night shift, and what the night shift does is we have to, you know, take out all of the pallets because the trucks come in at night, and then you have to go and get all of the frozen pallets, drop them on those like big things, and then drag them over to the bakery and just put them in freezers, take out all of the frozen stuff. Like everything was frozen already. So we didn't actually like, you know, put flour or anything. It was just literally prepackaged frozen stuff, and then like put them in the trays and like get them all set and then go back in the freezers. It was not fun at all. A lot of heavy lifting and just like horrible. And then I also too was like, my coworkers were so like nasty to me, and I don't know why. So it was again really miserable, and then I guess I wasn't fast enough for them, so then they moved me to cashiering. So again, I had to deal with a lot of like really nasty customers, and that's kind of, I guess, why I'm like the way I am in a way. Like I'll always have a smile on my face because I was literally like forced to, basically. Like they would like basically grade us behind our back or have secret shoppers, so you always have to like be super happy and like, you know, give all of this customer service, and it doesn't matter if the person is literally degrading you. So yeah, all of those jobs were basically basic jobs that anybody could get. I never had like a really prestigious job or anything, but yeah, it was really miserable. And again, this is why I'm so thankful for you guys for supporting me so that I can do YouTube now, and it just makes me so incredibly happy. Like I wake up every day and I'm just so excited to make more videos. Like you don't even know like how much this means to me. So the next question is by Hermione Granger, and she asked, do you have any siblings? I do. I have a younger brother, and I did a sibling tag video, so if you guys want to check that out, I'll leave that in the description below. I'll do that. So the next question comes from Angel Simmer Forever, and she asks, have you ever been bullied? Yes. I have been bullied like most of my life. When I was in elementary school, it was totally fine. Like everybody accepted each other. Then I moved to where I live now, and you know, I was like 12 years old, so it was like really at the cusp of when you're like developing who you are as a person, and everybody else like grew up with each other, so I was like the new kid and I didn't know anybody, and I've always been, again, shy and quiet, so I guess people perceive that as being like stuck up, but it was just I was too afraid to say anything, or I just didn't know what to say. Like I don't really know how to keep a conversation going because I don't know what to talk about, so I guess people took that as like, I don't know, but yeah, I never really had a very easy time growing up in middle school, or definitely not high school. Like I do not relate to anybody that says that like high school is the best time of your life, because it was the worst time of my life. Because honestly, like, people would just make fun of me. I had glasses. If you guys don't know, if you see my videos, like when I first started, I did wear glasses. I had like a -7 prescription, and then I just recently this year I got laser eye surgery, so I just now am able to actually see. And anyways, so people would make fun of me for that. I couldn't see. So I remember one time in gym class we had to go do volleyball or whatever, and again, I have horrible vision, so I didn't even realize the ball was like literally hit me in the face. My glasses flew across the room, like I couldn't even see anything, and everybody's just laughing at me. There were some girls that for some reason they just took me as a target. I've always had long hair, so I don't know if that was a trigger. Because I didn't know anything about style or fashion. YouTube wasn't really a thing when I was in high school, so you know, I didn't really have, you know, tutorials to make me look amazing. So I just always put my hair in like a high ponytail just to like get it out of my face. That's why I put it on the side, so like gets off of my neck and like it's just, you know, together somewhat. But anyways, girls really would like pull on my ponytail, and then they would like play it off like, oh sorry, I didn't mean to. Like, how do you accidentally pull on someone's ponytail? Like, no. Or they would, you know, just make fun of me for like any little thing. I was always overweight, so people would make fun of me for that. People would make fun of me for how I dressed, because again, I didn't really know anything about fashion or anything like that. I just wore whatever my mom gave me. So, you know, I had like, you know, back then I had like these flared out like stretch pants or whatever. Like, I didn't care, like, but apparently like people would make fun of me for like the dumbest reasons ever. And then again, when I became cashier, I was already graduated from high school, so I felt like I was over that, but no. Apparently some of the other girls were still in high school and had that like mentality like, oh my god, I'm so popular if I make fun of this girl. And honestly, I think that comes from their own insecurities. I feel like now I'm more aware, like if somebody's making fun of you for something like that, that's because they are too afraid to do that themselves. Like in high school, I used to have this like goth phase, and I would always dress up in black, and wow, I looked horrible. But the thing is that I think they do that because they are too afraid to be themselves, and they feel like making fun of you makes them feel better about themselves, but in reality, it just shows how really pathetic and sad they are inside. So if somebody is doing that to you, just like, the only thing that I can think of is to just ignore them. That's usually what I did. It's so not easy. It's not easy at all. And, you know, having to put up with that is definitely, nobody deserves that. But I feel like if you give in and like react to them, then they get a laugh out of that. Like, that's what makes them, you know, happy for some reason, is making fun of other people. But if you ignore them, just like completely treat them like they don't exist, and just focus on what makes you happy. Just do whatever makes you happy. Don't listen to any haters. I know it's not easy, and it's so like hurtful to like always hear those things and like be treated awful, but honestly, like, people that try to bring you down are just jealous because they can't be successful like you are. And this is kind of going off on a tangent here, but basically, like, if there's something that you truly have a passion for, just do it! Your passion. Like, don't listen to people that are like, oh, you shouldn't do that, that's a waste of time, blah blah blah. Like, honestly, like, if I listened to my own parents, I would not be able to make videos, and I wouldn't be here today, because they basically treated it like I was wasting my time and I was literally not doing anything with my life, when in reality I was working way hard to be able to do this. If I had listened to them, then I wouldn't be happy. Like, you have to do what makes you happy, because that's what's really gonna make you successful in life. I know that has nothing to do with bullying, but I think having that mindset,
don't
like,
let your dreams be
just
dreams.
Don't listen to the haters and just do you. So the next question is by Panda04, and he or she asks, what age did you get into gaming? I got into gaming as like a really young child. My older cousin, he had like all kinds of video games, and he actually gave my brother and I the Game Boy Black and White, and it came with Batman. I remember spending just, oh my god, so many days of just Batman in black and white Game Boy. And he also gave us like the NES, and I remember it came with like Super Mario Brothers, it came with Legend of Zelda in a gold cartridge, by the way, which was like, what? It was amazing. It had like some random Barbie game, Duck Hunt, all kinds of stuff, like basically since I was like 5. And then, you know, that really started my interest in video games, and my brother as well. And then we eventually got like more other stuff like the Nintendo 64 and PS1, like PlayStation 1 with like Fighting Force, and oh my god, so many memories with that. And Crash Bandicoot, and then just like, yeah, and then my other cousin, who is like the same age as my brother, he was really into, he's still very, very into video games, but anyways, yeah, so it just like escalated from there. The GameCube, Game Boy Advance, Game Boy SP, I don't know, but yeah, it was just PlayStation 2. I remember getting that specifically just to play Kingdom Hearts, like seriously. And then my favorite game of all time, and I think this is another question that somebody else asked, what's your favorite video game of all time? And that for me is Final Fantasy X. Oh my goodness. I remember going to GameStop, and I literally bought it because of the cover. I was like, oh, this looks pretty. Oh wow, he looks really nice. Yeah. But it ended up being so amazing. I love the storyline, and I just fell in love with Final Fantasy everything after that. But that one in particular has a special place in my heart, and I just love it so much. So this next question I thought was interesting. This is by Dance, and they ask, what was the first game you played on YouTube? Now, if you look, I do have my first video, like basically all my videos are still on my channel, but if you go back and you check my first video, it was the Sims 4 demo, but that technically is not the first game that I played specifically for YouTube. The first game that I did like a gameplay video of was Watch Dogs, actually. And the reason why it's not on my channel is because I use Sony Vegas to edit, right? And I edited 2 videos. I spent so many hours editing 2 gameplay videos to start off my channel. And after that, it just would not, for the life of me, it would not render at all whatsoever. And needless to say, I do not use Sony Vegas, and I would not recommend it at all whatsoever. So, anyways, that's why that's not on my channel, because I couldn't even export it, and I was not about to be spending hours editing it on a different editing software, so that's why. So the next question comes from Lydia, and she asks, GamingMermaid, what's your favorite villain? Mine is Harley Quinn. My favorite villain is Maleficent, obviously. You can probably consider her a villain or not, whatever the case may be, but she is definitely my favorite, and that's why I did The Sims 4 Maleficent, because I really, really love her, and I only make Let's Plays of things that I'm really passionate in, and that's also why I did the Monster High thing, because I really, really love it, and I wanted to make my own characters, and you guys enjoyed it so much, all of my creative Sims, so I decided to make it into a Let's Play and just play it out. And we can just make our own stories, so I thought that was really fun. That's why I won't like do any sort of Let's Play. I only do stuff that's I'm really passionate in. So this next question comes from me and my girls, and she asks, what is your real name? So if you guys aren't aware, my real name is Arielle, and every time I say that to someone, when somebody asks, what's your name? And I say Arielle, they're like, oh, are you named after the Little Mermaid? I am not, but I figured since that's like literally the first thing people think of when they hear my name, I figured that would be the best way to brand myself on YouTube, is to just brand my name with my channel. So that's why I'm GamingMermaid, because it's a gaming channel, and people think Arielle, they think of the Little Mermaid, so yeah. So this next question, I got a ton of people asking me, and it's basically what type of Monster High character best suits you and your personality and things like that. So for me, my favorite and the one that I think suits me the most is Spectra, because she is just so amazing. Again, I have like a goth phase back in my, you know, pubescent rebel days. But yeah, so I really like her aesthetic, and I just like her personality because she's kind of shy and quiet, which is how I am, and I just really relate to her. And I love how she's just like a quiet reporter, and she like reports on drama and stuff, so that's really cool. So I definitely would consider myself to be most like Spectra. So the last question that I'm going to answer is also by Tom MC Plays, and he asks, how do you deal with stress? And for me, that is making YouTube videos. And I know that sounds really cliche, but it's really true. I really enjoy it, and it makes me so happy, and I have so much fun making it. And I love like doing little edits in here and there to make it kind of funny, maybe. I don't know. I hope that it's funny. I know I'm not really funny, but I hope that it is for you guys, and I hope that you guys enjoy it. So, you know, seeing your comments and seeing that you guys really enjoy watching it, or say LOL or something like that, like, I hope that, you know, you guys find something happy, because you guys make me so happy. And again, I just want to thank you guys so much for all of your support, and I honestly can't thank you enough. So anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and end this Q&A here. If you have any other questions that you'd like to ask, feel free to leave them in the comments down below. And I will leave all of my, you know, social media or whatever. I'm trying to be like more active on Snapchat because I literally never use social media. So I'm trying my best. But anyways, I'll leave all of the links on the screen or in the description down below, so you guys can go ahead and friend me or follow me or whatever. So anyways, thank you guys so much for watching and supporting my channel, and I will see you in my next video. Bye guys.
What, they went back inside? Cheaters.
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Oh my god, the bots, they are sitting it. Oh god.
I can't believe they went back inside. That's totally cheating.
You're like, how dare you think my people? They're trying to push this. Oh my god. Okay, we might have an issue here. They are trying to push this. Oh, good work. Yes. I'm proud.
Oh my god.
That was a good one. You stopped them from trying to get that thing forward. They're just like, whoa, they're pushing it.
Oh my god.
Oh.
I actually completed the game. That is a miracle.
Earlier? Oh.
Oh, when they both did the ultimate thing. I killed them both at the same time.
Jesus. Look at that line of death.